Mr. Jim Jordan, Mr. Brian Steele, and Mr. James Comer, Chairman of the Judiciary Committee, the Committee on House Administrations, and the Committee on Oversight and Accountability Reform. As a citizen of these United States, I have seen the political division in our country that has been occurring for the longest time. It is this political division that has necessitated a very high degree of transparency from our elected officials on the state, the federal, and local levels. Recently, your three committees have opted to initiate an investigation into oversight of the Office of the District Attorney of New York, Mr. Alvin Bragg. The District Attorney has been conducting an investigation and has submitted to a grand jury the charges for which the grand jury possibly may indict and charge former President Donald Trump. Former President Donald Trump's history over the last few years has been questionable. From the impeachments that occurred during his presidency to the incident that occurred on January 6th at the U.S. Capitol, the actions of President Donald J. Trump have been questionable completely. Given the fact that you're trying to make or have made the determination that the District Attorney in New York has been acting politically motivated, it is necessary, critically, that your three committees take the steps necessary to validate and justify your intent. In the interest of fairness, and impartiality for Americans such as myself who are neutral, nonpartisan, and impartial, it is necessary that I request and demand that your committees produce the evidence that has allowed you to make the determination that the DA in New York is operating under political motivation. There is a scripture that says, "He who is without sin cast the first stone." I say this because the credibility of the Conservative Party in our Congress, the credibility is questionable. Their actions as of late have been questionable. And for Americans such as myself to believe and understand that you are acting in the interest of our country and are acting impartially, transparency from your committees is crucial. Your failure to not respond to this request and demand will only amplify and confirm the political motivations that exist in your committees and in your party. It is in your best interest, Mr. Jordan, in your best interest, Mr. Steele, and in your best interest, Mr. Comer, to provide this evidence to the public. It is in this way that you will justify that you're acting in an impartial and nonpartisan manner to benefit our country. As an American and as a citizen, I can demand no less and expect, I can demand no more and expect no less. Your answer and your response to this request is crucial, not just for myself as an American, but for all Americans, so that we see the impartiality, the transparency in your committees going forward. It is the only way that you can stand out as a legitimate government agency, as a legitimate government office, and not as some politically motivated Gestapo. Once again, Mr. Jordan, Mr. Steele, and Mr. Comer, I am reiterating my request that and my demand that you provide this evidence to the public. My message to your ranking members is for them to respond accordingly. In the event that you three as chairman fail to respond, that they respond accordingly, letting America know of your outright refusal to answer this request. Their response is kindly appreciated. Thank you. Good night.